What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Plug Podcast. Music and more with Bushy and Metal Mike. I, of course, am Bushy. That, of course, is Metal Mike. How are you, brother?
What's going on, dude? How you doing, man?
Doing okay, doing okay. I had to break out the icy hot after work tonight.
Oh, no shit.
That was fun. Yeah, yeah. I come in now. I found out that one of the stoves they make, they discontinued, and those were half-inch thick steel, dude. That shit's ridiculous heavy. But
Yeah.
today I was on the quarter inch, and it's like 2.5 by 2.5 feet, and you got to lift that son of a bitch. My back was smoked. Feeling good now though. Feeling good.
Okay, good. I'm hoping it wasn't anything serious, man, because
Oh
got to
no.
watch that with your back, bro. You can fucking trust me. I from experience. I'm sure you know
Oh,
too.
I blew mine out when Nevaeh wasn't even a year old yet. So
Oh, wow. Is
I'm
that why you
real
gave up
prepared.
nursing for a while?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it was like, whew. Now I couldn't lift. I'd be on light duty for a week. They say come back in, I'd tweak it right away. It took
Damn,
several
dude.
years to get it to where it was strong enough to put up with shit like I was doing today.
Right, right.
I just modify how I do things, and I will take a break. I will stand there for a minute.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. As long as the work gets done, who cares?
Oh yeah.
That's what I always tell my CNAs. Like, well, do you care if I look? I don't care how you do it, as long as it gets done. And you, I mean, I want you to do it right, but I don't give a shit if you like want to do cartwheels down the hall while you pass out your linen. I don't care as long as the linen gets passed. And now I'm joking, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. Like everybody's got their own system, everybody's got their own way, and I'm okay with that. Just fucking, whatever, man. Just as long as your work gets done, and more importantly, you document your fucking work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's wearing me out. I'm gonna have to probably write some people up, or at least warn them, like, look, guys, take credit for your goddamn work.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
doing this POC shit, man, when I got all this other crap to do.
I feel that. But other than that, doing great. Just started a job and about to go on vacation. So
Now, which trip is this?
this next week is the Plum Hollow Festival. That's that alternative
Okay,
country and bluegrass festival I told you about.
right on, man. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'll work 2 days next week and then I'm out of there.
cool.
That's the way to do it, and have Memorial Day off and paid for it. So
Well, I know, like I'm sure, just like it's what did with my new job. I had to be like, hey, look,
yeah.
I've already got the bed in Airbnb. I already got I'm going to this event, and they were cool with it. I mean, I didn't get a paid vacation, and that's fine. I mean, I just
Oh, I'm not
started,
getting paid. I'm losing those 3 days, but
but fuck it, I can afford it. It was
yeah.
kind of my attitude, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, look, guys, I have these. Really, I had three things because you have the Plum or the Moonshiners Festival, Moonshiners Reunion in October. But because we're going on that cruise at the end of October, I told Mindy, I said, look, babe, I don't think I'm going to go. If I do, I'll come down Friday after work, you know. But that's kind of crunch time, you know. That's like you want to keep stockpiling as much as you can to the very end because who knows how expensive everything's going to be.
Right.
Because I've never done this crap before. Who knows? But
Cool.
hey, we are back, rolling right along on the Megadeth retrospective.
Megadeth Retrospective 3.
Yes, part three. Uh, I don't know about you. I'm 50-50 on this. Like, Risk was such a letdown that almost anything would have been better. But I'm 50-50 on it. I'm kind of half and half. What are what's your broad thoughts across these
About all
albums?
four albums?
Yeah, and tell them what we're talking about.
Well, we're talking about 2001's The World Needs a Hero, uh, 2004's The System Has Failed, 2007's United Abominations, and then 2009's Endgame. So we're doing four
Absolutely.
at a time, and my overall thoughts are pretty positive. I There's two albums I absolutely love. Let's just put it that way, where I was like, wow.
Right.
Um, Then there was two where, well, all right, let's get right into it. World Needs a Hero.
Yeah,
And
I kind of think we're going to be on the same page here.
yeah, and not bad. I mean, like you said, anything compared to Risk is a fucking vast improvement.
Oh God, sorry, people. Yes, Bushy is getting old and can't read his notes. He doesn't put his dad specs on.
Right. Poor you. I've had to wear glasses since I was in junior high, fucker. Or contacts. Here, the last few years, it's just been glasses. I don't even really wear contacts that much anymore.
I've had to wear reading glasses for about 3 years now. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. My heart bleeds for you.
You'd be
No,
all
it,
right.
it sucks. So losing your vision, no matter what age you are, it sucks, man.
Oh, it's the worst. I hate
It
not being
is.
able to see things.
Yeah, it's
I'm
yeah.
at my job now where I take my safety glasses
And
off.
and you know what
I
sucks,
take
Bushy, is
my glasses.
I'm to the point now where I'm in that area where I might have to, which they've got these new bifocals where you can't even see the line
Yeah, yeah,
glasses, but I'm almost there. Probably really technically am there, but I'm in denial.
yeah. Right.
I haven't gotten my eyes checked, but and they apparently they make contacts that are that way too. So we shall see. But yeah, there's times where if I have to read something up close, I got to do it like this.
Yeah,
You
I feel you.
where like yeah, where yeah. And my far away vision is fucking horrible.
Damn.
I've always had really good close up vision, but now I'm losing that too. So it's like, yay. And of course, I got diabetes, so that factors into it too. So
Right.
it fucking sucks, dude. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about getting older and
You're gonna
losing
put on
our
your glasses.
eyesight.
That's
Let's
what you're
talk
gonna
about
do.
right. Well, hey man, at least I can still see though.
Yeah,
I'm one
exactly.
of those guys that's like, okay, it could be a lot better, but it could be a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, yeah, 2001's Needs a Hero, released May 15th, 2001, recorded April to December 2000. You want to go now? I've done track by track, but not reviews. It's just little short notes of what I thought of each song. Are you
Right.
okay with that?
Yeah, yeah.
You want to go first, bro, or you want me to go first?
Sure, I'll go. What's that first song? Disconnect.
Disconnect.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. Uh, World Needs a Hero didn't impress me. Motorcycles, nah, it's kind of okay at best. A thousand times goodbye. Why is that song all intro? Uh, Dread in the Fugitive Mind, that's okay. Um, when is okay. Return to Hanger. Look, this upsets me. Damn it. This upsets me because Hanger 18 is one of my favorite Megadeth songs. I think it's better than Holy Wars. I know, unpopular fucking metal opinion, but I love that song. So I see, oh, Return to Hanger. Ooh, I'm getting excited. Boy, was I fucking let down. When is okay? It's just a, like I said, after Risk, it's a step up, but it is not a good album. I was disappointed.
I'm going to talk about that for a
Okay.
minute. I'm going to talk that in a minute. First track, meh, and I'm being kind.
Yes.
Not a great opening track at all. Some
Oh,
nice guitar soloing throughout, but not. I don't know why that was the opening track. Uh, the title track, it's not great. It's not horrible, but I put not bad. Moto Psycho sucks. I hate the name. It's totally cheese dick lyrics. Dave, you can do better. Moto Psycho. I know you're trying to have a little play on words, but this song fucking blows. Track four, A Thousand Times Goodbye. I kind of dig this song though. I like some of the guitar work on it, and I didn't mind it. Um, Burning Bridges, yeah, decent. Promises, oh boy. It's like, what the
yeah.
fuck? Track seven, Recipe for Hate, where Warhorse. Much better, I put. Track eight, Losing My Senses. The riff is way too fucking repetitive. As always, though, some great guitar work. Track nine, Dread and the Fugitive Mind, the most old school Megadeth song on the whole album. If you want my opinion, though, it's Sweating Bullets Part 2. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Track 10, Silent Scorn, not a bad instrumental. Track 11, Return to Hainer. Um, Another pretty good banger, but I agree with you. It's kind of a letdown from it's like, Dave, why bother? It's, it's kind of like when Jeff Tate and Queensryche did Operation Mindcrime 2. Why?
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, at least
Uh,
Forgiven 2 was good. I'm not going to talk about
yeah.
Unforgiven 3.
I didn't like the original Unforgiven, so we're going to just leave that one alone. In fact, it was unforgivable, is what it was, as far as I'm concerned. But track 10, Silent Scorn. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Track 11 did Return to Hainer. Track 12, Win. The most interesting part of this track is at 528.6 into the song. It goes into a very, and I swear to God, dude, I had to do a double take and listen to it a few more times. Very nearly note for note of Am I Evil? Even the vocal cadence Dave is giving is very similar to Am I Evil, um, but slowed down, not as fast. But I mean, dude, it's not the whole song. It's just right in about like 5 minutes, 28 seconds, because it's a long song, man.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck, man? This sounds like Am I Evil? So I I give it a C minus, and I'm being kind. It's not that good. Is it better than Risk? Well, yeah, but let's be honest. That's probably, I think, from here on out, going to be the worst album in Megadeth's entire discography.
I cannot agree with you more. That's
Yeah,
what I'm thinking is about to happen because the next block has the two that we know we like. So that wins by default.
yeah, true.
The next episode we have to do.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. But I gotta say, man, I think there's two albums in this block where I'm like, man, I gotta say, I think it might give those other two albums a run for their money, man. I was impressed, especially with yeah. Well, all right, 2004, The System Has Failed. You want me to go?
Yeah, go.
Dave Mustaine should collaborate with Chris Poland more often. Um, he is part of my favorite Megadeth lineup, the original lineup. I think I know some people would argue, oh, the Rust in Peace. And don't get me wrong, it's an amazing, amazing Megadeth lineup. Not taking anything away from them. But man, dude, for my money, Gar Samuelson and Chris Poland and Dave Elson, Dave Mustaine, are you fucking kidding me, dude? That was the Megadeth lineup. Let's just be fucking real about it. All right. Am I wrong?
Do not disagree. Come on.
All right, cool.
You know
And
Peace Out
just
is my
getting
favorite
Chris
album.
Poland back. System Has Failed. Track 1, Blackmail Universe. Really cool opening track. I dug this. I liked it, man. What'd you think of it?
Let me look at the notes here. Which song is it?
The
Blackmail
the
Universe?
track one, Blackmail
Yeah.
Universe.
I said, well, at least it opens kind of heavy.
I liked it. Track 2, Die Dead Enough. This is almost a what if Megadeth did a track for to me it sounds like even the title, like it sounds like this should be on a James Bond movie.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is almost a what if Megadeth did a track for the James Bond franchise. Like if they did, like if James Bond said, Dave, we want you to do a song for us. That's what this sounds like. What do
No,
you think? Am I
fair.
crazy?
Die Dead Enough, I think, is one of the standout tracks on this
I
record.
like this song. Yeah, I liked it. Track
There-
3, kick the chair. To me, another winner. Again, really heavy, thrashy track. I'm like, okay, we're getting in the right direction here. This isn't no Rust in Peace. This is no Peace Cells, but we're the trajectory's upward from
right.
just the last two records alone. In my opinion. Track 4, The Scorpion, not bad. Um, Track 5, Tears in a Vial. This sounds like it totally would have been on Countdown to me. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Maybe Euthanasia. Track 6, I Know Jack. Really cool, quick instrumental. Really, to me, it sounded like an intro to track 7 back in the day, which I thought was a cool track.
Yeah. I
Track
like Back
8,
in the Day a lot.
Something That I'm Not. Yeah, okay. Track 9, Truth Be Told. My notes are very odd track. I kind of dug it, but I kind of didn't. An awesome guitar work though throughout the track. Track 10 of Mice and Men, I don't like the voice intro. It's very jarring. The way I know Dave's using an effect, but when he started the song off that way, I'm like, what the fuck? It just was like not a bad track, really, but I didn't like I don't even mind the chorus because that's what he starts off with the chorus right off, but he's using a voice effect, which he uses later, but with the music, it didn't sound so bad. But the vocal track by itself, I don't know. It was very jarring to me. I was like, the fuck are you doing, Dave? I was like, whoa. Um, Track 11, Shadow of Death. Basically, and again, in my opinion, a track for an intro for track 12, My Kingdom. I like the last track though. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good album, man. I'd give it a B. That's just me though. What are your thoughts?
I'm on par with a lot of your stuff. I just took notes on the standouts to me, the stuff that really grabbed me. Die Dead Enough, we already spoke about. The Scorpion, I really dig that song, but it sounds like it's got keyboards.
Yeah,
And
it
that
does.
really makes me think I shouldn't like it because come on, it's fucking Megadeth. But then if you think back to Countdown to Extinction, you know the keyboards were used in those recordings.
Oh, sure.
Um,
And
it's
I think
very
there was
poppy, you
dude,
know.
I think there was some keyboards in a few songs on this album, though. It was one of the
Yeah,
things I noticed. It was like, oh,
yeah.
oh, okay, interesting. Because,
To me, that's more
obviously,
jarring than the acapella thing later.
well, and I do think that the keyboards maybe is a little jarring only because, let's be honest, for most of Megadeth's career, they've been a thrash metal band. And while I don't mind keyboards, I've always felt it was a little jarring in thrash metal. It's one thing if it's traditional metal or but when it's thrash metal, it's like, whoa, because you're just not accustomed
Power
to it.
metal, symphonic metal, almost every other kind of metal, but
Right, but with thrash,
fucking
well, it'd be like
thrash.
hearing keyboards and death metal would be like, whoa. It
Yeah,
would it would kind of, but I mean, all in all, I give it a solid B. I liked it. I thought it was a good record.
yeah.
Like I said, I thought some of the guitar work on it, like some of the solos between Chris Poland and some of them, there's a few tracks, dude, where it's all just Dave doing all the guitar work on well, I think you don't know track or you don't know Jack. Um, uh, the system has failed. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they had said which tracks, like Chris Poland played guitar on all of them. Obviously, you know how Dave is. He trades leads. He
Yeah.
does the rhythm, but he trades leads. Chris was lead guitar on all tracks except I Know Jack, Truth Be Told, and The Scorpion. And I'll tell you what, man, there's some killer guitar work though on all three of those tracks. That's one thing though. Even if the song's not very good, I know it might sound like I'm being contradictory, but even some of the crappier Megadeth albums, I'm like, well, that's a pretty nice guitar solo. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
but I mean, we're talking about Dave Mustaine, and he always gets the best musicians that he can find for his band, so it
Uh,
makes sense, in a
uh,
way.
um, back in the day, I love that track. It's also got a pretty fun video, a lot of throwback clips to the early days. Of Mice and Men is another one I think is a standout track, and I actually like that acapella sounding intro. I was like, well, this is
I
fucking
didn't hate it,
weird.
Bushy. It just kind of, I was like, whoa, what is this? It
Yeah,
was one of those, because I listened to each record or album more than once. And when I first heard it, I'm like, huh? After a while, I was like, this ain't fucking bad. You know what I mean? So it was
yeah,
like, I don't hate it,
yeah. I'm just saying that's what really stuck out to me.
but
Uh,
I was kind of like, whoa, because he starts the song off that way. And I was not expecting that at
right.
all. But it's cool that Dave throws curveballs from
Yeah,
time to, you know?
this is how you take a risk, Dave. Uh,
Yes.
Shadow of
Yes.
Death.
Don't listen to Lars Ulrich though.
Yeah, I really dig this track, and yeah, it's basically a sister track to the next one. Um, it's for y'all that have never listened to it. I just listened to it today. Shadow of Death is Death Deth.
Yes.
So this must be the big conversion, the big awakening around this time when he became born again, because this is just a recitation of the Lord's Prayer. It did a real cool solo at the end. It comes into My Kingdom is okay, and it's just talking about redemption and salvation uh,
Right.
through finding Christ, which I was like, okay, so he's just going to sing about it like Striper. Cool. I had no problem with it. Those two songs are actually great songs, especially if you play them back to back. I think it's a great track. I still think it's a C plus B minus album. It's a little better than World Needs a Hero.
Well, this is what I put. All in all, a damn good album. Not a great record,
Hmm.
but a good record, I thought, overall. I mean, especially if we're going to compare it to the previous releases. You know what I mean? Like comparative, like, look, is this as good as any of the classic? Fuck, no, no, hell to the no.
Right.
But is it better than? I mean, it's better than Risk. It's better than that album before it. It's better than Cryptic Writings. I'll go that far. Yeah, I think it might even be better. Yeah, it's better than Euthanasia, in my opinion.
System has failed? No, I don't think so.
I think it is.
Euthanasia definitely the better record to
No,
me.
yeah, well, to me, it's not. I
2007.
mean, I want an album that sounds like fucking Megadeth.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. And it doesn't have to be 100 miles an hour. Okay. So before anybody says that, I'm just saying, I mean, Euthanasia had some decent songs. Look, I'm a lot kinder to Euthanasia than I used to be, but I said it before and I was saying it's not my Megadeth.
Right.
This was more
He's
like
one of those, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's not my band.
I don't give a
But
fuck.
he'll
You
come back.
can label it any way you fucking want. The thing is, I'm still a Megadeth fan.
I know.
Just because I don't suck the dick of Euthanasia like some people and other people who do, keep sucking that dick. Enjoy it.
I
I
just
don't
think it's a
care.
good album.
That's fine. You can,
2007,
dude. I'm in the minority, Bushy. I know that. I know that. Euthanasia was a big hit for him.
United Abominations of 2007. This is where I think Megadeth is like, hey, guess what? We've just about got it at full groove here. I think this is a great record. It's got a lot of snotty Dave. It's got a lot of political speak. You know, I don't have much bad to say about it. I don't believe. I know I got to turn a page here. Standout tracks, man. Washington is next. What a banger. He's pissed. Never Walk Alone, A Call to Arms. That one's killer. Play for Blood. That's Snotty Dave. I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this one, but I will take this version of A Tout Le Monde he's doing with Christina Scabia
It's better than the original.
all day long and twice on Sunday. It
I
is
agree. I
better. It's
agree.
a
For
lot
one,
better.
it's more up tempo.
And I still
Again,
like
I'm
the
not.
original song, but wow. If
Yeah,
you
well,
go to cover your own song,
I like the original song too, dude. I mean, if you remember, that was one of the few tracks off Euthanasia that the second time, or coming back to it.
yeah.
Because I want to reiterate this, guys. Yes, I'm a Megadeth fan, but I want to say I was an old school Megadeth fan. I love the band, but I tuned out after Euthanasia. I heard like a couple of songs here and there, and I was like, they didn't grab me. So I never bothered to listen to Cryptic Writings all the way through. I sure as fuck after hearing, I forget what shitty song off Risk. Could have been any of them because that whole album sucked. I tuned out after that. I'm like, I'm done. It's kind of like Metallica. I just fucking done. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I tuned out. So unfortunately, man, I wasn't around when Dave started making the trajectory. Because to me, I'm going to say it right now, Bushy. We've been saying Dystopia was their comeback album. This and the next record is their comeback albums.
But when we
These
get to the next one, I'll tell you why the next one's the only correct answer.
Okay.
um,
Um,
I only have a few more.
I mean, I just think that
America Stan is awesome.
mhm.
Still has a bit of a countdown feel. America Stan. It gets thrashy, but it still has a countdown feel. And Burnt Ice has some really killer guitar work in it. I think it's a great album.
Yeah.
I'll put it up there at great. It's a great album. And
And I even like looked at some other reviews on metal uh what the fuck, what's that called? Encyclopedia Metallum. It's a website. Just to see. And there was a lot of people that felt the same way. They were like, like a lot of people say that the album before was Megadeth's comeback. And while they agreed to that to a certain extent, they felt like even this record more so
yeah,
than like they liked System as Failed. They liked it, but they really liked United Abominations.
Well, what's your
And
thoughts on it? Because
I like it. I like it, man. I thought Sleepwalker very cool,
it's
thrashy
a
opening
cool opening
track,
track, yeah.
fucking solid. Washington is next, another banger. Never Walk Alone, A Call to Arms, cool tune. The title track was pretty good. Gears of War, decent enough. Blessed Are the Dead, that song didn't really grab me.
Well,
I
see,
put,
Gears of War and Blessed Are the Dead are both what I would have said were kind of disappointments on the album.
what was the other one?
Gears of War, I actually didn't.
Yeah. Gears of War didn't. I think what did I say? Not bad, right? For Gears of Arm or
Yeah,
yeah, Gears of War, decent enough. I said. Blessed Are the Dead. I said great title. Not a great track though. It just didn't do much for me. Play for Blood, fucking cool. A Toot Lamont Set Me Free with Christine Scabby of Lacuna Coil, and I'm a Lacuna Coil fan. Liked it. I think this version is better than the original.
okay.
America Stand, nice, angry track, fucking amazing guitar work. You're Dead, another cool track. I like Dave's vocal delivery on this. Um, the hell did I write? Uh, I forget exactly, but yeah, I really liked his vocal delivery on this track. I thought he did a I just really dug it, man. And Burn Ice, amazing guitar licks all throughout. All in all, a damn great record. I like this album better than even the System has failed, which I also thought was a damn good record. So there we go, man. In my opinion, we're on a trajectory up right now.
Right.
So we're kind of on the same page, Bush.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Endgame
Um,
2009.
Yeah, released September 5th, 2009, recorded January 7th through May 19th, 2009. You want to take it or you want me to do it,
Yeah,
bro?
I'll take it. Hello, welcome back, Mega Dave. Welcome back, Megadeth. Uh, this is every bit Rust in Peace as it is Countdown to Extinction with some Peace Cells fucking vibe in there, man.
Bro, and the opening track, I think there's a little
Dude,
bit of so far so good, so what in this motherfucker too.
yeah,
When's the
fucking
last time Dave's done a fucking instrumental as an opener?
yeah, dude, that shit's
Since
fucking
that record. And I love Into the Lungs of Hell. Dialectic Chaos,
fucking
fucking
awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm right
awesome.
there with you, bro. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then, this album, dude, fuck that. This album is one of those records, dude. This Day We Fight, dude, ferocious
Dude,
bitch. How
I
did I
got a new
never hear
rating
that
system.
song?
I got a new rating system. I just started it on my guest appearance Freeform Rock podcast.
What's that?
Well, there's one. Like if it's an okay song, I'll give it like half metal. See what I'm doing there?
I see it.
Yeah. Then you got metal. And if it's awesome, you got too much metal for one hand. See?
Nice.
And if it sucks, I give it the finger.
Ah, sweet.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Fucking track two, The Day We Fight. Too much metal for one
Fuck
hand.
yeah, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
It's
I even put in my
ferocious.
notes, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I wrote ferocious riffage. It's not even just heavy fast, it's fucking ferocious
Well,
riff.
and if you read on, I know it's just Wikipedia, but if you read the notes on the album, like he had a mission. He had a point to prove. Now, I don't know what fire lit under his ass for this record, but I guess we'd have to see what was going on in 2009. What was his bitter rivals doing?
Right.
Because it just seems to me, man, that yeah,
This could be
uh,
another one of those answer albums.
yeah. In fact, I think I know which answer it is. I think because I think this album came out the same year. Pretty close, man. September 12th, 2008, Death Magnetic. I'm going to say right now, this record, I know it's going to fucking piss off the Metallica tard. Shit's all over Death Magnetic. I like Death Magnetic. I think it was a step in the right direction. I don't love it like a lot of my fellow Metallica fans do. A lot of people, oh my God, Metallica's back. No, no, no. They didn't make a full comeback to me until Hardwired.
Yeah.
And then they kind of dropped the ball again.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just how I feel. Not
Don't
that there's some
disagree.
songs off 72 Seasons I don't like. There is, but It's just, let's be honest, it's not really a thrash metal record.
No.
Now, it's not to say I hate it or that there isn't songs on there that I like, because there are. There's some that aren't thrashy at all, but it's thick and it's heavy and I like them.
Yeah.
You know, and also I think there some of the songs on there, especially a song like Lux Eterna, definitely a new Woblum feel. And I think
Yeah.
that's what they were kind of going for with that record. And that's fine, man. Look, Metallica at this point can do whatever they want. I don't really care anymore. If I dig it, cool. If not, whatever. I'm over it. You know what I mean? Like, because to me, they're a band that, much like Megadeth, really doesn't have anything to fucking prove anymore. Not really. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They did it. They did it. You know what I mean? And I feel that, and I put both of these bands in that class, man. But I got to be honest with you. Endgame, this is, dude. I gotta say, man, I think this is better than fucking Dystopia and Sick and Dying the Day. Dead. I said it. I mean, nothing against those records. I love those records. You know, Dystopia is what got me back into Megadeth, because when I heard those songs, because it just seemed to me there was a lot of push, and also I think, in my defense, if I had been doing internet radio when Endgame came out, I probably would have been a fan of this record quite much sooner than I am now.
Right.
I've come to the party late, you know. I usually pride myself of saying that I get to the party later or on time. This is a party right here. The Endgame party is one that I came in late. I had never listened to this entire album.
Same. Not me either
In fact,
until
I hadn't listened to
this
it at all,
recording.
because at that point in time, I had just got so jaded
Hmm.
by the bullshit that they had been doing for a while. It's just like with a lot of other great bands that have disappointed me, man. Like, for instance, when, and I don't mean to go in the vortex, I'm only going to say this as a quick aside, but perfect example, when Kiss put out a good album like Creatures in the Night, dude, I didn't even know about it till later, because I
Right.
didn't give a fuck anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
And
yeah, because after Risk, I tuned out. I didn't come back
right.
until
Yeah. And I think they lost a lot of, I think out of any record they did, like, as much as I may bemoan about euthanasia and even cryptic writings, Megadeth still had their fans. Those records sold well.
yeah,
Risk was not just a fucking backlash from it was a critical and commercial failure.
yeah.
It really hurt Megadeth. I think that may be the one album. I don't want to say it killed them, but it definitely put them in a coma for a while. It definitely, um, I mean, I'm gonna say it. I think that might have been the point where Slayer overtook them. How I've often said that Slayer kind of became the bigger band. That to me in the rankings, it's Metallica, Slayer, then Megadeth, then Anthrax, and I'm talking popularity, folks. I'm not talking about my own personal ranking or anything like that.
Right.
I love Megadeth, okay, guys. I love them. I'm a huge Megadeth fan. I love, especially the early stuff. But I just got to be honest with you. I think Risk really hurt them, Bushy. I mean, do you think I'm
It's boy,
crazy for saying that, or?
no, that's bad. That album's bad.
And I think it really hurt them,
Yeah.
like hurt them, like, because it, because you liked some of that. You liked some of Cryptic, right? And some other of my fellow metalheads did. They would defend those albums. Nobody, and I mean nobody I know, has ever defended Risk.
No,
I've
and I was
never had
hoping I
anybody go.
could.
I mean, I've even had people defend Super Collider and go, that record's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I don't know. I haven't listened to it yet. I heard like one or two songs. I was like, huh. But but this album here, I'm gonna say it, Bush. Yeah, and again, maybe it's because it may not be new, but it's new to me. I think this might be better than fucking. And I love Dystopia, and I
Right.
really, really love Sick to Die in the Dead. I think those are two really, really solid records, man. Um,
This one,
but
it
what do
it
you
might
think, man? Am I crazy?
it might be better, dude, because as you move along the album,
There's no
44,
weak
yeah,
spots.
44 minutes, man. That's cool as fuck. 13.
Yeah, another winner. That's what I
Yeah.
got in my notes. Another
Yeah.
winner.
Bite the Hand. That one rocks. Bodies.
Dude, I
That
even
one.
like 1320. You know what I put? This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Bite the hand. Holy fuck, the awesomeness never stops. That's my note, Bushy.
Yeah. And Bodies. It starts.
Another cool tune.
Yeah, but it starts off kind of slow, man. But that end guitar solo,
Yeah, dude.
that makes up for everything that could be bad.
I
The
know. And
title
then you
track,
got,
you
and
know,
then, and then the title track, another fucking banger.
yeah. And the hardest part of letting go, sealed with a kiss. This one I have an asterisk next to
I liked it. I
because the
liked it.
beginning is all a tout le monde and stuff like that, which I'm not.
But this is
objectionable
what I
too.
liked about it.
But
It
the
kind
whole
of,
middle part just fucking rocks so
but
hard.
that's what I liked about it because it's really two songs in one. Let's be honest, which Dave has a habit of doing. He's done it with other albums. I mean, look at Holy War's Punishment Due. That's technically two songs in one.
Hell yeah.
And this is the same thing. You got the hardest part of letting go, which is almost like this. He's lamenting this lost love.
Yeah,
It's a very,
Dave's singing a love song. That grates on me.
yeah, I know, but I gotta
There's
say,
so many tricks on
I
this.
really, I really liked it because to me it was almost like this beautiful instrumental. I mean, it's a little, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but it kind of reminded me of why I loved Metallica and Megadeth so much is when they would do like a really, especially Metallica, like Fight Fire with Fire, dude, which I believe Dave had a hand in writing that song. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I am. And you have that beautiful beginning, and then it just fucking melts your face off. That's kind of how I felt about this song, man. You got the, you got it, and then it goes right in. The first part of the title is just beautiful, but then the second one, holy fucking shit, dude! It just tears. Yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. I mean, I got it, and I was thinking at first, oh, Dave, what the fuck is this sappy shit? It's what I was thinking at first, bro.
I didn't get
But,
past that.
oh, you didn't see? I didn't mind it because for one, dude, it wasn't that long. It was only a minute or two. Then
Oh,
it gets right into the heavy stuff. Where
it
if
fucking
it had been like a 3 or 4 minute track, I'd have been like, ah. But he gets into it and then it gets heavy. It's probably the weakest track on the album for me, but I still liked it. You see what I'm trying to say?
yeah. Like I said, I asterisked it because I know I'm going to have to go back to that one. And Head Crusher is the holiest of all holy that is the mighty, mighty, mighty Dave fucking Mustaine and why I love Megadeth so much. Head Crusher is everything you really want in a Megadeth song, dude. It's fucking blistering, killer solo right from the very first note is like just ridiculous guitar solo. The chorus it kind of slows down, but it doesn't slow down. It's just a dude that is a fucking thrash banger. I stopped taking notes at this point. How the story ends, great fucking tune. The Right to Go Insane, great fucking tune. It's like a perfect closer to the album because he's talking about all this crazy shit that's gone on in his life. Dude, I cannot sing enough praises to this record either, and I'm mad at myself. I'm
Me
mad
too.
at myself that I
That
fucking
I didn't give it a
took risks
chance.
and
I
didn't
mean
do
that's
this.
just me being a stubborn asshole, dude.
Yeah.
I mean really because it's not like I've had no excuse. I've had this album digitally for quite some time. And I've always been like, well, I'm going to take a deeper dive. And I never did it. I would put it off or forget about. And that's one reason why I'm glad we're doing these retrospectives, Bushy, because I think it gives us an opportunity to maybe dig into some other bands, other discography instead of just the classic stuff, or you know what I mean, or the stuff
Yeah.
we know. Like, I think that even it's like as much as we suffered in the last recorded episode that's not out yet. I think this one almost makes up for that suffering,
Oh
if
yeah,
that makes
I'm
any
excited
sense.
again. I'm
Right.
excited for the next one
And
because I know about the last two. I know I
well,
love those.
and from what I understand, 13's a pretty goddamn solid record too, from what I've been told. And I do remember Bill made one of the tracks on that album his tracks of the day, and it was good. I liked it. I was like, ooh, I gotta listen to this. And dude, I like this record so much that on Friday night, my show, I'm going to play one of the maybe two of the tracks off this bad boy.
Nice.
That's how much I
I can
really
tell you
enjoyed.
that this episode, I don't need to ask you for an idea about a closing track. It's Head Crusher all fucking day long, dude.
Oh, for real, man. And here's the thing, dude. Like you just said, how the story ends, fucking great. The Right to Go Insane, fucking awesome. The best album from this foursome, this grouping, this
Oh
what
yeah,
we by far. It yeah. I loved it. I thought that
yeah. This is Megadeth.
yeah, you know what yeah, dude. And I think I'd have to rank them as this is number one. The second one, I really like System Has Failed a lot too, but man, I really did like United Abominations. So it's a little harder for me to pick between them two. I'm probably going to give United Abominations the edge, but I really did like Systems Failed. I loved a lot of the guitar work that Dave and Chris was doing on it. And I think maybe just as an original Megadeth era fanboy, maybe I fanboyed a little bit on that album because it's Chris Poland, you know.
Right.
Um, the first record from the foursome, World Needs a Hero, not yeah, it's better than Risk. Let's just put it that way. Like I
That
said, I give it a
that had a
C.
strong cryptic writings feel to me.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that in the production, but I'm
Hmm.
sorry, Marty Friedman could fill space that didn't seem to get filled on this album.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
And Marty's not on that record, is he?
I don't believe so. I think he had bailed by that point.
I think you're right. In fact, let's go back real quick. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I did look it up just because I wanted to know. Fight Fire with Fire was not written by Dave. It was written by Hetfield, Lars, and Cliff Burton.
Nice.
Dave's co-writes on that album was Ride the Lightning, holy shit, and of course The Call of Cthulhu.
Nice.
Um, but most of it was mostly Hetfield, Ulrich, and believe it or not, Kirk Hammett and Cliff Burton. Most of Dave's fingerprints obviously are on the first record.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, dude. I think that out of these foursomes, yeah, dude, I loved Endgame. I thought it was fucking amazing, man. And another reason why I like the System Has Failed so much, I love the cover. It harkens back to the old school Megadeth, man. The cover's like Peace Sells, but who's buying? Rust in Peace, you know? The fact that you got all these politicians lined up and Vic's paying them off. I fucking love that shit.
Oh,
I mean,
hell
one thing I always loved about Megadeth is they would get political and didn't give a fuck whether you agreed with them or not. But I think you're right. I think this album, um, uh, uh, The World Needs a Hero, was the last one to feature David Ellefson until 13. The
yeah. And
only
I
one to
tell you
feature
what,
guitarist Al Petrelli, and the last one before Megadeth's brief dismantlement in 2002. Because we need to kind of talk about that. Dave, he fell asleep and he, I guess, fucked his arm up. Like he pinched a nerve literally in his arm. He couldn't play. And he
right.
didn't know if he was ever going to be able to play again. And they said, well, it'll probably take a year or two for you to come back. Well, Dave, being the driven guy he is, he took his physical therapy and he was fucking okay again within a matter of 3 months to 6 months or whatever.
Nice.
The other
Nice.
interesting thing to know about The System Has Failed is it was technically going to be a Dave Mustaine solo album. I don't know if you knew that,
I did not.
but the record company basically were like, dude, you should really, you are Megadeth essentially, so you
Yeah.
should just call it Megadeth. But yeah, he was originally intending um yeah, right here in 2002, Megadeth frontman Dave Mustaine announced that he was disbanding the band due to an arm injury that rendered him unable to play guitar. In a statement published on April 3rd, 2002, he states that doctors expected that it would take about a year before he would recover from the injury. However, it was uncertain as to how complete of a recovery it would be. Mustaine stated his hopes to regain the ability to play guitar. He subsequently recovered following months of physical therapy. So there you go.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah.
Originally intended to be a solo album by Mustaine, the record was rebranded with the Megadeth name as a result of contractual obligations owed to Mustaine's publishing company. So there you go.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I
Feel
think
good
System of
because
Fail,
I don't
it
know that I
sounds
would have
enough.
bought a
Because honestly, if any of these albums sound like what would be considered a Dave Mustaine solo album, even though I know what the lineup was, but to me, Risk is the one that's the way out there record that doesn't even sound like Megadeth.
right.
That sounds like, yeah, this is me doing a solo thing and it's completely different, even though you have the Rust in Peace lineup. And that's why when people went, it's a good lineup, I don't give a fuck how
Now by
talented
that
they
point,
are.
Nick Menza was gone.
Yeah, yeah. Nick Menza was gone and Friedman was, look,
He's
Friedman is
doing
an
his weird
amazing
thing.
guitar player. He is amazing. I'm not taking anything away from him. But I kind of blame him for some of the fucking direction the band went in. I'm not totally blaming him because I think it was a combination of things. I think it was Marty's decided, I didn't want to play dance anymore. And fucking Dave going, oh, I gotta be Metallica. Oh, the Lord says I gotta take a risk. Okay, I'm called the album Risk. Dave, I want you to fucking ignore Metallica from now on, dude. Just fucking do your thing, man.
Mr.
Quit letting
Missing,
them
I
live
want
in
you
your
to
head.
know that I in no way think at any time you were going. I just want that on the record.
I know. Hey, I love Dave. I love him,
Just in
but
case this comes across his desk.
hey,
To have you on
maybe
sometime.
he'll want to come on the podcast and cuss me out. I'm okay with that. I'll get cussed
Oh,
out and berated by Dave. He can
for
tell
real.
me that I'm like a poster board for birth control. I would embrace it. I love Dave. I do. I'm a fan. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying he should not have he had a tard moment.
He took bad advice, is what you need to say.
No, he fucking was on too many drugs and he fucking became retarded. Temporarily fucking you got temporary insanity. This was temporary fucking dumbassness. This was
Oh.
temporary retardation.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's okay because it's been more than made up for in that next
Oh
series.
yeah. Yeah, look. At the end of the day, but I'm just saying if you know, like I said, the whole reason why I even brought that abomination of an album up, see what I did there,
Yeah.
is that it's it's if any album was just where I would if I guess what I'm trying to say, if somebody was like, listen to these records and which one of these do you think is Dave doing a solo project, I would have picked Risk.
Yeah.
Because I'd been like, well, he's trying to deliberately do something. Because think about it, if you're going to do a solo record, aren't you going to try to make sure that it's not a that doesn't totally like yeah sure like look at Ozzy with his stuff when he went solo he got a band where yes they were heavy yes they still had the doom and gloom but it was different from Sabbath at the same time. Like Ozzy said, his whole goal was to combine what he was doing with Black Sabbath with what Van Halen was doing.
Right.
And I think he succeeded big time with that.
Agreed. Agreed.
But
Yeah, these
anyway,
are great albums. Yeah, Endgame. I get to listen to Dystopia and Sick to Dying of the Dead again. So we'll see. As of right now, I'm telling you, it's
dude,
getting
I'm just
a
saying,
strong run.
I think Endgame gives them a run for their money. I'm thinking, I mean, maybe it's just because like it's being in love for the first time, or you know, because I only, but my God, dude, it just kicked me right in the dick, like it, you know. And like I said, I even like the fucking Sealed with a Kiss. That sounds like some Prince shit or something. But I did dig. I did like it. I liked it because it kind of reminded me of like, oh, it's come across mellow, but then it gets heavier. Kind of like in My Darkest Hour, which I think in My Darkest Hour is a much better song. Don't get it twisted. But it seemed to me like that's what Dave was kind of going for with that song. And like I said, it's almost like two songs in one. You know. Um, but Dave's big on that anyway. I mean, you'll see other titles that'll have really long or album tracks that'll have really, and it's like, oh, because it's two songs in one. But yeah, dude, A plus, A fucking plus for Endgame as far as I'm concerned. Like, holy shit, have I been missing out? Shame on me. But then again, shame on you, Dave, for putting out an abomination like Risk. I love you though. I'm still a fan. What? Oh, you got up to leave. I didn't even know. I didn't have you on camera, dude. I'm sorry. I was going on a pretty good rant though.
Well, good, good. Because
But
I
you
don't
might
edit
have to
video.
yeah, I know, but with the audio you might have to edit a little bit out because I was talking and then I realized nobody was there. But I basically was saying that with Dave, like this album, I was like I'm almost ashamed that I didn't become a fan of this record sooner.
Yeah,
Shame on me. But then again, I was like, shame on you, Dave.
yeah.
And I
And
pointed at the
I gotta
camera
tell you,
for putting down
it's
an abomination like Risk in the first fucking
yeah.
place.
Well, these four, I think, is definitely a good steady progression.
Oh, for
You
sure,
know,
dude.
like
Like it's like to me, Dave was on a mission.
yeah,
Like I got to get heavier again, and I think with the world needs a hero, it is a metal album. And I don't
yeah,
think it's a thrash metal, but it was definitely okay. He at least he's getting heavy again,
yeah,
and then you know you get the system has failed. All right. He's getting thrashy now. And keep in mind that album came out before the whole thrash metal resurgence happened,
yeah,
which was like in 2007. And then you got Metallica in 2008 with Death Magnetic. I can't help Dave's like, oh yeah.
yeah.
Dude, this is fast. This is fear, and this is my Megadeth. Okay, this is where I'm going to. So people want to give me shit. Fuck you, man. This shit rules. This shit rules. Okay, there's a reason why this rules because it's fucking awesome. I like Dave Mustaine angry and pissed off. That's my. In fact, I'm with Bildo. Bildo always says before Dave even goes on stage, somebody should poke his fucking eyes and step on his fucking feet real hard and get him really mad before he even goes out there to play. When you're getting ready to write a song, to smack him in the face because then you get angry, pissed off, Dave, and
Yeah.
it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Like, why wouldn't you want angry, pissed off Dave?
Well, I'm okay with Snotty Dave too, but either way, yes,
I like
absolutely.
Snotty Dave too, dude. Snotty Dave is just the step before, but I like angry, pissed off Dave. Snotty Dave to me is still cool though. That's Countdown to Extinction. That's,
Oh,
that's
that's the title track. Peace sells, but who's buying? If you ask
yeah.
me,
What do you mean I don't
Snotty.
believe in
Yeah,
God? Yeah. But even that, dude, that's a masterpiece.
yeah,
Yeah, Snotty Dave, pissed off Dave, angry Dave,
and that's
gone
why
out on
Endgame,
heroin Dave.
that's why Endgame delivers.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
Endgame out of this bunch, it's definitely the
It's
best.
by far the superior album. I
Yeah,
agree, dude.
and I
When we
have
were first listening to him, I thought, man, I really, because like I said, I really liked System Has Failed. I thought, man, it's a pretty good record. Solid. I gave it a B.
yeah,
Uh, but then I gave United Abominations like a B plus, A minus. A fucking plus right here, though.
yeah.
Holy shit. Too much metal for one hand. That's my rating for Endgame. For United Abominations. Uh, for
System has failed.
System Has Failed. Oh, you know what? No, wait. Too much metal for one hand. United Abominations. Then System Has Failed. I'm not gonna give World Needs a Hero the finger though. I'll give it
Yeah,
just
I
it's
I wouldn't disagree with that because, like I said, as they go,
now the risk. I give it the finger.
yeah. Not talking about risk. You had your chance to say that last time.
Well, I'm saying it now. I'll give that album. That album's gonna be like one of my mortal enemies. It's like I'm gonna be like Risk the way Ian is about the Elder. Okay, I'm
I was
never
about
gonna
to
let it
say
go.
I'm going to make you put up the risk and the elder, make you listen to them side by side to give you a track by track report.
Fuck that, man. I don't do suck versus suck because nobody pays me to do it like they
Fair
do the
enough.
wonderful Dr. Fuck. That's how awesome Ralph is. People pay him to do that, which it is entertaining.
Yeah.
Ralph is great. He's funny as hell. The suck versus sucks are fucking hilarious.
Tell the people what we have coming up because as we're recording this, we have two in the bag.
Yes, sir.
How many more do we have coming up? We already know we already have planned.
Well, I think we should go further with the Megadeth. Let's just get part four out of the way. Just get them all
Yep.
done.
We're gonna knock them out.
And then we're wanting to do the albums unleashed, your record and mine. I don't want to give away what albums we're going to do. I want to surprise the listeners. Travis Parada is wanting to do kind of what we're doing with this with Merciful Fate. He wants to do the 1980s albums and EPs and maybe get a special guest for that episode. Don't want to say who yet, but I think you'll know who he was talking about. I'm like, God damn, Travis, that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that?
Right.
This guy loves us, so I'm sure he will. We just got to figure out a time and a date and a schedule. And then I'd like to have my big brother Scapegoat come back on. I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And then of course we also I've hit a few people up for some interviews and stuff, and I haven't heard back from anybody yet. But and then there's one person I've told you I want to hit up, but I haven't done it yet, but I'm
Yeah.
going to.
We
So
also
I would
have
say
another uncovered gems
well we
coming.
well we got we got two uncovered gems. We got your album and my album.
Oh, so that's what you said, albums unleashed. That's where I was confused. I was
Oh,
like,
did I say albums unleashed?
I
I
don't.
meant uncut. Oops. Was that a faux pas? Did
Yeah.
I just admit that we're kind of ripping off the Decibel Geek a little bit? Maybe a
Well,
little.
not really, because these are ones that one of us has never heard.
That's the cool thing. Yeah, with
Yeah.
them albums unleashed, they're putting, which is still cool because what they do is they get somebody who's involved with the record
Yeah.
to talk about it. And sometimes it is albums that are kind of underappreciated. Some of them not so much, but Chris appreciates them, so I guess they do episodes on those records, but I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
But no,
all this.
it's still really cool. I mean, the Motley Crue '94 was fucking great, where they got John Corabi to talk about it. You know,
Yeah,
Corabi Crew, because that's what it should have been called. And uh, I loved it. You know, I loved the one they did on Carnival of Souls. I thought that was a great episode. I mean, come on, guy, dude, it's the Decibel Geek. They rule, man.
yeah,
Them and rock
absolutely.
and metal. They're like here and we're here, but we're trying.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
we've got two more uncovered gems coming up where one of
yep,
us has not heard the album we're going to be reviewing.
exactly, which is going to be a lot of fun.
This is one of the few times he'll get me to do actual album reviews because
Well, you know, I was gonna.
today I didn't get to listen to these four albums until today. My life has been so
But
hectic.
that's what's
Mother's
great
Day
about a
over the weekend.
retrospective. We don't have to do a full. Just
Yes,
listen to the record once and give me your thoughts. That
yes.
I don't want to do an album by album review
God would
with
be
my
here all year.
retrospectives. A retrospective is just what we're talking about the band in their entirety.
Yes,
And I just think that's more interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong. Besides, how are we going to do reviews better than Ralph and Ian? Like,
exactly.
seriously. There's no
Exactly.
point in doing like
That's
I
why we have to do the uncovered gem. That's how we get around it.
and we get around it and also it's cool because and I think this is cool because like dude, as much as I love Merciful Fate, I'm all about their 80s stuff. I'm not that super. I've only heard like a few songs from their 90s albums. So I think that'd be a cool two-parter to do with our buddy Travis Parada,
Yeah,
man. And I'm looking forward to that. So it gives me an excuse to listen. That's why I think we should do these retrospectives with a lot of different bands more often because then we can. I mean, I think we've already done one before on Rat, and that was fun.
that wasn't me. That was your other podcast.
No, you're right. What we did was Motley Crue versus Rat, but we did go album per album, if you remember.
Yeah,
Now we didn't do reviews, but you know, we did disagree on a few Rat albums.
yeah, right. They're fucking overrated.
Fuck off, man. It's the Crew's fucking overrated. Jesus Christ. Why do you gotta
Uh,
get me fucking grind? Why you gotta grind me up like this? You do this shit on purpose, Bushy. You want me
but
to look like my fucking new pro? Have you seen the new profile pic Dave made for me?
I did.
He's making one for you, by the way. We
Not,
love you, Scapegoat. You rule, man.
yeah, thanks. The new
Best big brother ever.
new logo and banner. Fucking
Yes. Look,
dig
very
it.
cool. I love it. I love it. I'm just like, it's just I still want us to have I still want him somehow somewhere to have him put him the tagline pathetically subjective, but maybe we can do that with our merch that we were talking about doing.
Yeah, we shall see. All right, so that's what's coming up here on the Plug Podcast. We are obviously busy. We have things in the tank. Man, we had a fire lit under our ass since Rockin' Pod. We have just been going.
Yes, and I'm thrilled, Bushy. I'm thrilled. I say
Tracy,
let's keep
you
going.
can't do this to us. You can't do it every other year. It has to be every year. Chris did it to us once too, and ooh, a pandemic. Fuck that. When that happens, people slow down. I need to go hang out with my buddies. I didn't get to recharge. Bushy needs to recharge. Mindy said she's never seen me smile that much without ever frowning in a 3-day period ever since she's known me. So
That's awesome,
that's
man.
just my fucking happy place. And yeah, it lit a fire under my ass. I'm glad we're going strong. Metal Mike, get us the fuck out of here.
Keep fighting the good fight. Stay metal to your dying breath. Too much metal for one hand. Ozzy bless.
That is right. Motherfuckers, buy vinyl. And we'll see you next time.